Hello everyone, I'm Thomas Shimhorn, this is Shimhorn Arts, and I'm going to show off this sketchbook that I just finished a few weeks ago because I haven't uploaded any other videos in a couple weeks. I figured I'd just show off this. This is the second time doing this video because I forgot to put the camera in focus and whatnot. So let's get into it and show you what I've done. This was from December for Christmas. It was sketches of the Santa Claus drawing and whatnot.
What are you laughing at?
And just more sketches. More sketches. I think at some point I just went to another sketchbook and then I came back to this sketchbook and whatnot. This was a character that I was working on. And it just I was trying to work it out and everything, and it didn't come out how I wanted it to. And whatnot. It was actually, if you've ever seen my Facebook, I had this icon of this character called Cosmo. It was just like really simple black and white stuff and whatnot, and I was trying to do more with him, and it just didn't come out well. I think I was just messing around right here and whatnot, and probably had an off day, I would say. I was trying to play around with hair, and at some point I go to my reference folder and whatnot. It's just a cat. Yeah, I tried to draw a cat for someone and it didn't go over. That was the final product that was for Christmas. If you were following my videos and my Facebook, then you know that I was drawing this for a reference of hands, and it was going to be something I was going to show off when I finished it in a newer video, and I never got to finish it because basically what happened is at some point after that video I lost the book. Lost the sketchbook, so I'm like, oh no, what happened? So I have to finish this at some point and whatnot. And this is basically from that reference folder I was telling you about. I have this reference folder of a whole bunch of photos, and I use those photos of old people, young people, clothes, dresses, and whatnot. It's easier to use the phone, a smartphone, if you have one, but there's something about just having the image right there in front of you where you can look at it that's just different than having the phone with you and whatnot. More sketches of people. I realized that I needed to draw girls and I needed to draw more. And the camera cut out. And I was talking about needing to draw more older people and more girls and whatnot. More sketches of girls and dresses and whatnot. I like to pile upon shapes and whatnot. And I guess you could say with these, at some point I was just trying to break it down and just use more simple lines instead of shapes, because I think that I could somewhat have done that a little too much. And recently I have found out that the gesture lines and the action lines can help you do a lot with the figures. More people and whatnot, expressions, and then I was getting into, I think I was just messing around here, That's what I think. I had an idea of a dude sniping another dude and whatnot, and other dudes were going here, and I kind of just like, you know what, never mind. And whatnot. This was just me having fun. I was drawing this like fighter droid type thing with rotating guns on him and whatnot. Thought it was fun. And I hope that I am in focus here. So just... Alright, there we go. Because my camera has cut out on me a couple of times. This was an idea that I had, where I was going to try and build a city based on this square right here. Hey, camera cut out on me again. This is a drawing that it's a mind drawing, but basically I've been playing this game called Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I think that's what the name of the game is. Basically you go around as Luigi, and you are... I don't know why my camera keeps cutting out on me. It's getting annoying now. Battery might be low. I might have to check that out. Got a little guy right here. I don't feel like turning around just for that little guy. More buildings, shapes, and objects and whatnot. This was like a 1-point perspective, kind of just playing around with building ideas and whatnot. And sort of like the final product for this. It's sort of like in another sketchbook, to which I'm going to show off next time if I do this again and whatnot. But it does kind of look different. These are just like ideas and whatnot for buildings. This is a pipe off of a vacuum. Basically, I was just like, oh, I'm bored. What am I going to draw? And so I just started drawing that. I think it came out really well. And then I got the idea of taking different shapes and piling them on top of each other, which is where I got that. More people. I think at some point it really slows up. This sketchbook. Not here though. It does not slow up here. And whatnot. And I had a photo of someone singing. I had this like crazy rocker. Oh, sorry. Camera cut out again. More pipe. And make sure that, yeah, my battery is low. So next time this cuts out, I will dude, I don't think you can see that figure and whatnot. And I think this was a mind sketch. It was supposed to be like someone just eating something. This is shapes, and then I was trying to work on some type of lake or land type thing, so I took one of these. I call them like pastels or whatnot. I don't really know the correct name for them.
I think so.
Okay, I'm back. I had to change the battery and whatnot. I think I talked about this page already, so this is just noses and mouths, and that was supposed to be an eye. Yeah. This is a cyber, like, killer chick type thing. My description of these things are really weird. More shapes, more tubes, window, and whatnot. I was experimenting with this prison idea and whatnot, but it didn't really work out. I think what I was actually doing was just building shapes on shapes and having fun with it. a lamp, a water bottle, and I think what I was trying to do here was play around with hair and construct my own characters. I believe I was playing around with hair and the faces of characters and the shape of characters. If you notice, this is like a triangle, and then I just put faces and expressions on each of those. More shapes and attempts at people. And I actually uploaded it to Facebook. Yeah, if I'm like saying double words and whatnot, then it's probably because my camera cut out at that point. So please forgive me. My terrible attempt at a card. Yeah, well, I should probably get references to cards and see what I can't do with that. And that's just a dude sitting there eating an apple. It was supposed to be an apple. I was playing around with noses and faces, but in my opinion, it like really, like the inspiration for this like really slowed up, because I would have probably tried to use this space over here more. At least that's what I think. Of course, sometimes I'll be like, I'll think that there's not enough space, and there's like a whole bunch of space right here that I can use and whatnot. More faces and expressions, just unfinished stuff. This, I was working on noses. Make sure that this is in that. Yeah, I was working on noses. I decided, okay, this nose needs a mouth. And whatnot. This is my terrible attempt at a mouth on a side view. Kind of like, it's too big, in my opinion. Make sure that this is in focus, because it did just cut out on me. No, it's not. Oh no. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera here, and I'm going to try and get my camera to go back into focus. Okay, I finally got it back into focus, and I had, for some reason, turned this whatnot. I should probably start trying to just focus it in myself. More, I'm afraid if I turn this way it's going to go out of focus. So more people. And this was supposed to be like a guy standing at a building. I was going to put other guys on there, and it just didn't go. And this is that same idea where we have this one space in the middle, and then everything else tries to fall into that perspective of that thing. And I think that doing it that way puts that on the focus of that building. I think that's what it does. And whatnot. I'm going to attempt to turn this. Please. Okay, it's still... Alright, it's still in focus. So I'm lucky. My camera just cut out on me. This is basically, I saw a YouTube video on someone drawing a train. It was on 1-point perspective. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. And whatnot, it's basically, you get the perspective lines in place like usual. But it's 1-point perspective. Instead of just following a perspective line, you sort of have the shape and whatnot. It's still you're following a vanishing point, but for me it was a little different. and more trains. I started adding charcoal and whatnot. I broke the rule of, okay, for right now I'm not going to use charcoal and whatnot. And then right here, I decided that I was going to try and simulate how it would look um, inside the train and whatnot. You know, if you have that window that's like right here, and so it's like, okay, what would that look like? And that was fun. Now what are you thinking? Because I'm thinking it too. These trains are going to crash into each other. It's going to be a very bad accident. More perspective stuff. Playing around with buildings. And then basically what happened was, I guess you could say, is it slowed up and I got bored with this. And then I went to this and then I was like, yeah, well, and whatnot, and I think I just went to this, played around with that, and then this is a drawing challenge I gave to myself, where I would draw the hangman. It's basically, the idea was vigilantes. So I guess you could say character challenge. And basically, I call him the hangman because he goes around and he hangs people. There's a huge storyline that goes in with it, but I should say there's a backstory to it, but whereas his storyline, how everything happens and whatnot, I didn't. This is, I'm taking that character that I just talked about, and I am playing around with his look and what he would be like. Would he wear a mask? Would he not? You know, characteristics of him. How would he act? Whatnot. And then I just decided to go with this, and was just really having fun with it. I didn't really have a storyline to go with it. More of that reshaping of it. I wanted something dark for this character, and then I started throwing some panels together. But there was no story, or a script, I should say. There was no script that was planned out. I was just having fun with it and messing around. More characters. And a very bad attempt at villain. Camera cut out again. Okay, so this is it. Make sure to check back. And next week I'm planning, or it's either next week or sometime this week, I am planning a how to draw a tree video where I'm going to show you guys how to draw. Camera's being a jerk. Anyways, I'm Thomas Shimmelhorn. You guys have been watching Shimmelhorn Arts. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And I will see you guys later.